Okay, and we find ourselves in tower number 6 in the 4 towers that lead up to Dracula. This is Tower of Sorcery again, but this time it's really short, really easy, doesn't have any of the sparklies, it doesn't have these crystal men, it's only got 2 of them as well, and they've been turned into lawn sprinkler elementals. Good lord, what an incredibly messy way to die. It's a good thing we didn't kill him at home, otherwise he'd have ruined the wallpaper, so we better go and defeat his friend before he figures out where Cornell lives. Cornell's tried to get around this by burning his house down, but that would probably put it out first, you see, so it pays to be prepared. Now, this is a new thing. We have these electrical doom crystals, which will try to shock us and drop us down holes, but they're really bad at it, so we can easily evade them. You know, we just have to wait until they switch themselves off, and we can proceed onwards. And then, as you can see already, the scariest obstacle in all of Dracula's castle comes to the fore, the merry-go-round. A very sorcerous thing and no mistake. If you've ever seen a merry-go-round, it wasn't being powered by the engine, as you might well have thought. It was being powered by a wizard sitting inside it and twiddling his fingers. You see, the things you wouldn't know but for this game. Also, these platforms here look like they've gone off a bit. They look a little mouldy. We should probably change our shoes after we finished with this one. Right over there is a red jewel again, so we will not bother with that. Instead, we will wait for these to disappear and reappear. I guess they've been changed to this horrible colour just so that you can see them disappearing a bit easier, but really, it's not a good change, I don't think. It makes the whole place look really quite dull and crappy. So, we now climb up here, and we will soon see that the game is going to try and kill us at any cost, regardless of whether it even makes sense anymore. So, we will see that on this walkway. So, up we go, we'll smash that, and then we will proceed down here. Nothing bad could happen to us, provided we stay near the middle, right? But I'm sure we can walk a little close to the edge at least. I mean, what can the game do? It can't tie. Oh, okay. Yeah, so, now that it isn't trying to wall-zip us to death, let's continue onward. It actually managed to kill me twice like that. It's really quite strange. So, now we will stay away from it like the paranoid fellow it obviously wants us to be, and we will fight crystalline cactuses instead. Ooh, scary. They fire laser beams at us, for Cornell is perpetually menaced by things that try to shoot him. He just has no luck with this sort of thing. He can never find anything that tries to, I don't know, throw kittens at him. Nope, it's always the laser beams. Curse your anachronisms, you die. I avoided you with my agility. I've got a skill of 4 in agility, don't you know? Now we just have to wait for these to disappear and reappear so that those don't shock us as we're trying to climb up onto them. And then we get onto the last merry-go-round and into the home stretch. This is an unbelievably short level in Legacy of Darkness for some reason. It's the one level in the whole game that they decided to make shorter. And it was the shortest tower to begin with. Marvellous. I guess they just picked out the most distinctive thing out of a hat or something. So, up here onto this foul, mouldy cheese platform we go, and then we find another save gem. Way! There's one thing about these Legacy of Darkness towers. They have tons of save gems in them, especially Executioner. It's ridiculous how many it has. Anyway, we'll move that up there because we died a couple of times, and then we will proceed onwards, taking out more of these crystal cactus laser thingies. Because that's what we've got to do if we want to succeed in life. You have to destroy shit. That's what Cornell knows after a hard life of being a werewolf and such, or a warwolf, or whatever the hell he thinks he is. Okay, so we jump up these two, we encounter one last laser-shooting cactus, and then we are free, huzzah! We are free to take on these final set of appearing and disappearing platforms, and just like when we visited it last time, up here we will see, yes, there's a gem off in the distance, and there is again an invisible walkway over to it, but this time it's not anything good. Instead, it's a power-up. That's no good. So, we can now proceed onwards. We have actually finished Tower of Sorcery already. That took 4 minutes, which was kind of pathetic. So, off we go, and into the Room of Clocks again. Now, this time when we enter Room of Clocks, we can't actually hear the thing drop down, but it is there. I guess it was just shut the whole time we walked through it, because it's invisible on one side or some such. So we'll save our game here, and then we will find that actually they've put stuff in the ones of these that were empty before. So we've got here a knife, which is useless, we won't pay any attention to that. Got some red jewels, and the one we're really interested in, not that, is that there's a cross in one of these, so we'll pick that up. Oh yes, because we're about to fight Ortega. Right, so we're next there, and we've got a power-up, we're interested in that as well, and it makes a slightly different noise, it goes bong. So, we will not comment further on that. I guess it's just because it's appropriate to the Room of Clocks that it makes a strange bonging sound. And here we go, into the cutscene. Completely inappropriate music.